Hey guys, Marcy Double Diamond here. I wanted to just touch base with you guys this week because I just finished reading this book called Get Rich Lucky Bitch. I would, of course, show it to you, but Kaylee's reading it right now, so I can't. But it was just a really good book, and it focuses on the idea that like the law of attraction, if you think good things are going to happen or certain things you're wanting, think about it constantly, daily, like I posted about yesterday, bracelets, wearing green, dream board, stuff like that. Keep thinking that stuff, believing it can happen, take the action to make it happen, and it will. If you think bad things are going to keep happening or it can never happen to you, well, theory is it won't, because you're telling the universe like all these bad things are going to happen, so that's what the universe is bringing you. I don't know if you guys believe in this sort of stuff. I'm coming around to where I really do, and things like that, and I enjoyed this book. So forewarn, there will probably be a little swearing on my part because obviously the title has the word bitch in it, so whatever. And I'm just reading off the iPad because I did some notes and stuff, so maybe my handwriting won't keep me, whatever. So if I'm constantly looking down, that's why. She, of course, said, which we've said before, if you wait until you feel, quote, ready, it will never happen, and you're just deluding yourself. Like, basically, you're bullshitting yourself, because you're like, I'm going to wait until next week to do this. Do it now. I kept waiting until I had the perfect result picture, or until I had this, that, and the other lined up. I was just making excuses. Totally fine if that's what you're wanting, but, be aware of what you're doing. And it might be crazy to state, like, I'm an It Works distributor. Put it out there. If you want something to come of this, put it out there so people know and are aware. And then you kind of are holding yourself accountable and responsible to now you have to act like that, post, talk about it, whatever. So that's a good one. And then fake it till you make it. When you come in, you don't know how to do everything. That's okay. Pretend that you do. Model after somebody on the team or somebody you see on YouTube or another upline person. Learn the products and how things work as you go. And the more people you tell, the more your belief grows onto the things that you know. And so it kind of just keeps compounding, because obviously I didn't know about all of the products. There's still products I don't know about that I don't use. So I'll say, oh, give me a second, I'll go look it up. Or I'll ask somebody that I know is used it and things like that. I don't know everything, and it's okay. There's enough of us on here that do know different things. We all have kind of our niche of stuff that we know. Little changes and little choices add up to be revolutionary changes in your life. I started doing little posts here and there, and it just kind of snowballed to where now it is what it is. Keep in mind that, I like this one, just keep in mind that I'm self-employed because that's how I want to live my life. Not everyone wants to live their life to be self-employed. I still have a job to where I'm getting paid by the man, or, a company or things like that. I'm paid through a school. Not everyone wants to be self-employed. I've had my own photography business for, I think, 4 years, maybe 5. I don't know. 4. And it's hard. Sometimes people aren't always happy. Sometimes you're working and not really getting back what you expect or what you think you deserve from something. Being self-employed is hard. Luckily, I have that background to where if somebody complains that a product doesn't work, it's not necessarily a personal slam against me or things like that. But if you don't have that, that's kind of hard too. And people don't understand why somebody would want to be self-employed. Like, ooh, that's scary. Like, how can you base your future on not knowing if the company's going to be there or whatever, because everyone thinks It Works is new and not 15 years old and things like that, because they don't research and they just, believe whatever they have in their head. So they don't understand. They can't wrap their mind around what we're doing, why we would want to be doing these other stable jobs less and things like that. That's okay. They don't have to understand. We have to understand. And maybe you want to keep your job and do that for the next 20 years or whatever. That's totally fine. Like, whatever. Do what you want to do. It makes you happy. But I personally want to be able to take Maxton places on a random Wednesday afternoon. Like, we're going to go to the zoo. Okay, we'll do that. I couldn't do that if I worked a Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Couldn't. I want to be able to take him to school, to be at his events. When they go on a field trip, I'm able to go. A lot of times you can't, or if I just want to meet a friend for lunch, I have that flexibility. I can do that. You have to give up on the guilt of other people's opinions. And everyone has an opinion on what you should and should not do in your life. Don't feel guilty about being able to go to your kids' stuff or being able to go take a vacation whenever you want. Let people think what they want. I mean, don't base it so much on that. And the author had a friend, Lenny Dawson. She works a few hours a day and makes $500,000 doing her job. And her mantra is, fuck them. Quite frankly, that's what she said, just fuck them. They don't pay your bills. They don't live your life. Whatever. Her philosophy is to be happy, and if other people criticize you for that, that's your problem. That's becoming my new mantra, and I like it, and I'm much happier doing that. Figure out what or who is holding you back. There's a lot of time people that have underhanded or backhanded compliments, which are fun, and I love because they're being condescending, and that's obviously adorable feature to have. So people might be saying, oh, must be nice having that money. You're damn right, it is nice. Thanks. I like it. I've worked for it. Just like you go to your job and you work for it, I work for mine too. So yeah, that's a good one. Or it's all right for some. Great, it is all right for me. I'm not asking you to do it or to be a part or whatever, but thanks for your opinion, Or you're so lucky it must be easy for you. I got that one. I got it must be easy. You don't have to do much. You don't see what all I do. Like, great, thanks. Thanks for your opinion. Love it. Or I could never sacrifice so much like you do. Okay, we all make sacrifices. Glad you think mine are so difficult, whatever. Or I would never be able to do that. Great. Must be hard to maintain all this success. Must be hard to work 40 hours a week at a job you hate, your success is threatening to them, and so they behave like assholes. Even those you thought would be happy for you, close friends, family, things like that, they might not be because they don't get it. They don't understand. Why would you put a full-time job to do something that, is crazy like this? Your life, if you're happy, do it, rock it out. Surround yourself with success and with people that want success and are like-minded and get it and open-minded to this crazy idea. Dealing with other people's crap when you're trying to focus on your goals makes it pretty hard to focus on your goals. So here's some common crap. My husband's being so negative. I know I've talked to a couple people on the team whose husbands weren't necessarily supportive or didn't understand or whatever. And that makes it really hard when the person, and I have personal experience with this from owning my own business and different things. It's really hard when the person that's supposed to support you and encourage you and things like that does not. Even if your dreams, goals, whatever sound ridiculous, they should still be like, sweetie, work at it and, have it in mind. And I see you really want it. So yeah, what could I do to help? Or, yeah, that would be awesome. Let me help in some way, or just listen. That's super easy and awesome to do too. So I know it's really difficult if you don't have that. Or another one was like, my best friend doesn't want to talk to me anymore since I'm successful. Sometimes it's hard. I had read it somewhere else, to be happy for someone knowing you came from the same place. Like maybe you came from the same town or whatever, and your lives just went differently. And that person is like, oh man, this person makes so much more money, or they have this house and whatever, but we came from the same town, we went to the same school, whatever. So then they're self-reflecting like they should be doing more. And so then they're going to take it out on you and say some of the other shitty stuff. It's not your problem. I went to college for 5 years. It's a 5-year program. I didn't get held back or anything. But you can't feel bad about your success because other people feel crummy about their failures. You just can't. That's stupid. You have to be proud of yourself and recognize and understand your accomplishments and keep going for more. My mother-in-law disapproves of this business would be another good one. A lot of people don't understand what we're doing, so you're going to get that. Just don't talk about it with them, I guess. I can't stand my friend who's moaning about money. It's really hard to have people that are moaning about money when you're obviously making money and you know that they could be doing different things to make money, and you just have to kind of listen and suck it up. So the takeaway from this is you can't change anyone. Think about this, what the situation is trying to teach you. Think of it as a mirror of your own fears and insecurities. Shift the blame from they never support me to I'm never 100% on board with things that I do. You want people to support you, obviously, but how are they going to support you if you've never fully committed to something? So that's important. Take responsibility and get empowered into action. When you're blaming everyone else, you're focusing on the negative instead of focusing on you and what you can be doing to change your life. So stop thinking about all the things that are going wrong. Find the things that are going right, focus on them. Try to keep multiplying the things going right so it'll build, and then you'll have less negative to keep you boggled down. So there was a manifesting formula, which I think I had posted a couple weeks ago, like declutter everything in your life, all the extra junk, so you can just focus on what you need, your kids, your other job, your husband, whatever. Focus on that stuff, the stuff that makes you happy, makes you feel good. The other shit, whatever, put it on the back burner. Decide exactly what you want. That's the important thing of the dream board. Decide exactly what you want, what your goals are, so you can focus on them. Surround your life with positivity, whether it be with our group, with friends, family, whatever, coworkers. Find the positive, try to weed out the negative. Take inspired action. So I know my next goal will be triple diamonds. So I need to figure out my plan and then take inspired. I know what I want. I know what I need to do to get to that. So that's what I need to be building towards instead of just, random hit or miss doing all of this stuff. Inspired action towards what your aim is. Receive and fine tune. See what the universe is sending back to you, and then fine tune what you're doing in your actions to keep getting either more of that result or less of it. Then there was this quote that she had put from Napoleon Hill. When riches begin to come, they come so quickly and in such great abundance that one wonders where they've been hiding during all those lean years. Denise says, quote, I remember reading that quote and I was like, but when, motherfucker? She wasn't following all of these steps of decluttering. So she said it was the equivalent of sitting on the couch eating donuts and being frustrated I wasn't skinny. So you can't just sit and wish for the money to come. To get to the double diamond and the other people they're promoting, we had to do things to get there, build a team, build customer base and things like that. And now I know when I just saw my commission and then when I transferred, it's like, where's this money been all my life? Like, holy cow, this is awesome. So yeah, I understand that quote and I like it. Everyone that you are on a day-to-day basis with should be lifting you up and not dragging you down with their bullshit, their negativity, whatever. And she's put with obligation, the negativity, and then the poverty mindset. No one wants to live paycheck to paycheck. I know I did that, obviously, my bill paying years to now, and I'm trying to get out of that. But I was in the mindset, 2 years ago, last year, whatever, you have enough to get by and you have this little bit extra. That sucks. That so sucks. And to now have it to where it's paying stuff off, have a little extra, I don't want to go back to that paycheck to paycheck. I will bust ass to make sure that does not happen. And if you're around people that are fine living paycheck to paycheck because they know no different, totally cool, I guess, for you, but there's much better things to stress about. And the obligation, oh, you can't go do this because we have to do X, Y, and Z. I mean, we all have to have some time for ourselves. And if building your business makes you happy, carve time out of your life or build your business. Or if going for a run makes you happy, give yourself time for that. I know it used to make me feel really guilty, things like that. Or even reading a book, I should be editing pictures, blah, blah, blah. You have to have that time for yourself or else you will go batshit crazy. And I don't need to go crazier. So I need that time to just kind of decompress and I guess fill my brain with some good stuff, maybe. I don't know. Don't tolerate people who sabotage you and continue with the negativity and make you feel bad for wanting more in life. I know I have a few people I still need to weed out creatively from my life. because they can't be happy for my success, but they also can't sit by and watch quietly. So when I see things that they post or say, it kind of takes me back down a notch. So they need to be weeded out. And being able to recognize and know, like, still will always love them, great person. Not for me, though. It's not good for me, so it has to be done. So that brings me to the next point. Sometimes you need to break friendships. When this happens, you start to meet new people who are like-minded and build you up. Case in point, this team. I mean, you guys are great and get it. I love the Oprah quote, what you believe has more power than what you believe has more power than what you dream or wish or hope for. You become what you believe. And if you believe you can be successful with this, then you can. Same thing, anything in life. If you believe that you're not going to really make something happen, guess what? You're not going to make something happen. You have to believe it, but you also have to be smart enough to work for it. Like, it's not like I just, every night before I go to bed, please make me double diamond, please make me double diamond. And boom, it happened. No, I had to work my ass off and work with the leaders on my team and things like that. It didn't just magically happen because I, clicked my feet together 3 times. The most successful people in the world are those who had the courage of their convictions to stand up and do something they believed in. Their confidence then encouraged others to follow them, buy from them, and work for them. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If those around you feel uncomfortable with the changes in your life, who cares what they think? You're not doing it for them. You're doing this for you. And I think I kind of already talked about that. If they're not happy for you, fuck them. Connect with women that are going where you want to go because they will not call you a bitch. They will not call you bossy or a snob. They will only celebrate your accomplishments. And that is so freaking true. You can just see it on the team page. I mean, we're all there. We're supportive. If I post something on Facebook about, like, I pay the Equinox off. Yeah, I had a lot of other people like and comment, but it was like, or just when I got my diamond announcement, whatever, like people that I don't even know but are at work sellers too, commenting and like, oh my goodness, congrats, like that's so great and blah, blah, blah. Those are the people I want to be around. Those are the people that get it and are encouraging and not sitting there and like, oh God, there she goes again. What a bitch. Like, what a snob, rubbing it in. I'm happy. I want to show that you can be successful with this because there's so many people like, oh, it can never really happen to me. Hello, little girl from Crystal that's, accomplishing some stuff and changing my life. And I'm nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary. So I want to show it can happen for everyone. And that, yes, there's real money to be made here and real lives to change with the products and things like that. So it's important for me to let everyone see that as it is for other people on the team to do the same thing. And there's a business formula that breaks down to some percentages. 3% will love you and buy whatever you say. Like, hey, try this brand of vodka. It's really good. People know I know some vodka. They might just go and buy it without doing any research. Or somebody says, hey, try the lip and eye. I loved it. They're going to go buy it. Then there's 20% that just like you. They'll like your stuff and encourage you. Maybe your aunts or your best friend from high school, just, yep, I'll like your stuff, but okay, whatever. There's 54% that don't really care one way or another. Whether they like you, don't like you, they're just whatever. Then there's 20% that don't like you that much. And then there's that fun, amazing other 3%. And they will hate you no matter what you do. They just want to rain on your parade because they're assholes. And those are the 3% that make themselves so well known and heard because they like being negative and just, like I said, being assholes. And those are the ones you need to declutter. You will annoy them no matter what you do. If you weren't posting about it works, you would be pissing them off about something else that you were posting. They're not happy with their own life, so they're going to make everyone else's life miserable. Aren't they special? So they will go out of their way to bash you. You need to block and delete them. Again, That's in my mind. There's a few people I still know I need to do that for. Don't engage or try to win them over. Like, who gives a shit? Just let them be and continue on with their miserable little lives and do all of that fun stuff. So the last thing I'll leave you with, if you're jealous, I know it's really easy at times to be jealous in different things in life and in this business when like people are promoting and whatever, and compare yourself. We've talked about this. It is a sign that someone has something that you want. So maybe you're jealous because somebody hit Ruby. Well, you're jealous because you want Ruby. So set some really clear goals and take responsibility of your own life and change what you're doing. So look at what you need to become Ruby. You know, you need your 3 top lines, and one of them has to have 2 DTs under them. Start thinking about who you could put in those boxes. Work towards building that. Or maybe you want, diamond or something like that, and you're jealous because somebody else has it. Work towards it. It doesn't just happen. I don't think Kaylee or Kelsey would either say, I just kind of thought about it for a month and then all of a sudden magically happened. I didn't really do anything. They wouldn't say that. So if you're jealous about something, figure out what it is, why, and what you can do to get that. So that was a really long video. Like I said, it was a super good book and I loved it. If anyone wants to borrow it when Kaylee's done, let me know. And I hope you at least pulled something from this. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later.